Now let's go ahead and work on some division kipsters. Let's read about Kathy. Kathy is organizing the bottles of nail polish at a store. There are a total of 296 bottles. If Kathy puts the same number of bottles on each of the 4 shelves, how many bottles will be on each shelf? So I'm going to make sure that I underline my question. Let's make sure I get to the page. Make sure I underline my question. How many bottles will be on each shelf? I'm also going to make sure that I know that I already have my total bottles. So I'm going to imagine that I have this cloud. And in this cloud, there are going to be 296 bottles of nail polish. And I'm in charge of putting some nail polish on the first shelf, some nail polish on the second, the third, and the fourth shelf. Now, a super key word is that I'm putting the same number on each. So if I know that I'm taking a big number and I'm putting it into equal groups, but I'm separating it, I know that I'm going to work with division. Does McDonald's serve burgers daily? Let's set up our division. 296 divided by 4. So let's first ask, does 4 go into 2? No, 4 is too big. So I'm going to put a placeholder. Now I'm going to underline 29. Does 4 go into 29? Yes, let's roll. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Ooh, I can't go over 32, so it goes in 7 times. Put 7 up at the top. Divide. Now we need to multiply 4 times 7, which is 28. Now I need to subtract. 29 minus 28 is 1. Bring down. How many times I have to do it again? How many times does 4 go into 16? Let's roll. 4, 8, 12, 16. Jackpot. 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract, and I have 0. I have nothing else to bring down, so that means I don't have a remainder. So my answer, my friend, is 74 bottles are going to go on each shelf. Let's go ahead and see if you can. Let's see how you guys do on this practice. Please make sure to look out for some keywords. Get started and see how far you can get by yourselves. I know I didn't give you very much time, but let's go ahead and read it together. A gardener has 785 bricks to build a path in a garden. There will be 24 bricks in each row of the path. How many complete rows can the gardener make using 785 bricks? Well, I'm definitely going to underline this question. How many complete rows can the gardener make using 785 bricks? Complete is a huge keyword, and it reminds me of our remainder anchor chart that we have hanging on our window in our classroom. So I'm going to imagine that there's this cloud. It would be a heavy cloud, but there's 785 bricks in the cloud. That doesn't look like an 8, and that doesn't look like a 7, but that's 785. And here's one row of my path, and that path has 24. So I keep dividing my path up into 24 bricks. And I want to figure out how many paths can I make. So the reason I know this is division is because I'm taking this big total of bricks and I'm shrinking it down into smaller pieces, but they're equal. So let's go ahead and divide. 785 divided by 24. 24 does not go into 7, but 24 does go into 78. I'm not sure how many times, so I'm going to see 3 times, maybe. 3 times 2 is 6. Ooh, 72. If I went 23 times, or 24 times 4 Kipsters, it would be big. It would be way too big. That'd be 96. So I'm going to put my 3 up top. 24 times 3, I just did that, is 72. Subtract. Bring down. How many times does 24 fit into 65? Let's try 2 times. 24 times 2. That's 48. Let's try 3 times just to be careful. 24 times 3. Ooh, we knew that was 72. I shouldn't have even done it. So I'm going to put up my 2 and 48. Make sure you subtract, and you're going to have to regroup. 15 minus 8 is 7. I have a remainder, so I have 17 bricks left over. This is when you have to go back to your question. Complete. I want a row that is complete. And in order for a row to be full, it has to have 24 bricks. So I can't make a row out of 17 bricks. It wouldn't be long enough. So the number of rows I can make is just the whole number. You ignore the remainder when it says complete. So my answer is A. Look how they tried to trick you. B was the remainder, but we don't want the leftovers. They also tried to trick you with 33, because if this was a rocket ship problem, you would have added 1 to the remainder, but it's not. The correct answer is A.